Hey guys, Mark here with Patriot Outdoors here in Oklahoma City. Hey, I have a very important question for you guys. I'll ask the question first and then I will tell you why I'm asking this question. As a lawn care landscape operator, or really as any service provider, are you paying any of your workers a fixed salary? Are you paying them a fixed day rate? I know that the answer is yes for many of you out there, and I want to tell you why I know this and why I'm asking this question. So, as I've mentioned before in some of my videos, I've done lawn care on the side for about 5 or 6 years and really went full time in the 2021 and 2022. Prior to that, for about 12 years, I worked with the U.S. Department of Labor. I worked as a federal investigators. Specifically, what we investigated were wages paid for hours worked. We enforced the law called the Fair Labor Standards Act. If you want to look that up online, just look up FLSA, and I'll even put a link below that so you can see what it is. But what the agency did, essentially the agency investigated employers to ensure that they were paying people properly for the time that they worked. Why am I bringing this up again? The reason I'm bringing this up is because the agency as a whole focuses on low wage or industries where there are low wage workers or entry level workers, or industries where there are workers who might have a language barrier. And in lawn and landscape, this kind of is kind of where everything kind of bottlenecks here. That there are many individuals that start out with maybe a lower wage. There is a lot of turnover. There are oftentimes individuals that kind of have a language barrier there, and that is kind of where the agency tends to focus. So once again, why am I mentioning all of this? The reason I'm mentioning all this is because it is very important that we understand how employees should be compensated. Oftentimes, I think there are things that go in the back of our mind where we think, hey, we got to make sure that we're paying taxes. We got to make sure that we're doing things on the up and up. But one of the things that we don't really pay attention to oftentimes are how employees are compensated, or what do our local laws and federal laws have, what do they require as far as how people should be paid. Now, when I ask the question of do you have employees who are paid a fixed salary, or are they paid a fixed day rate? The reason I ask that is because that is one of the most common violations that the agency finds. It's one of the most common violations that I found when conducting investigations. What the regulation is going to require is that an employee still be paid overtime when they work in excess of 40 hours. There are very, very, very limited and very strict situations in which an employee can be paid a fixed salary or a fixed wage regardless of the number of hours that they work. So what I'm going to include below, I'm actually going to include a couple of links just so I can show you where there have been investigations of specifically lawn and landscape employees where there have been issues. You don't have to take my word for it, but I think you should read it, pay attention to it, and something to really keep in the back of your mind. All right, thanks guys. I hope that helps. Please feel free to DM me or send me any type of questions that you may have about wage compliance. This is something that's important, but it's something that gets lost in the back of our minds. So oftentimes we assume, hey, the employee agreed to it, I agreed to it, everything should be on the up and up. But that's not necessarily the way it works. I will be posting more information and getting into more details about wage compliance for your workers, so stay tuned. Hey guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.